All right, so I ain't do a preseason playoffs contender or playoffs I ain't do one. Cause I mean it was really be irrelevant. Really all that stuff be for clicks and all that, and I ain't got it like that yet. But now that we 4 weeks in, most teams play 4 to 5 games right now so far. I mean, Georgia played UT Martin, Ball State, UAB and Southern. So I'm saying 4 games. Most teams 4 games in. And looking now how the college season went so far, I had wanted to wait. I wanted to wait till after the Bama Texas and the LSU Florida State and the LSU, and the FSU Clemson, and now all that out the way. In Ohio State Notre Dame, now all that out the way. Notre Dame completely out the playoffs. I just made a video about that. But Florida State, they got a chance now. They passed the test. So far they passed the test. Of my test. Because I had Florida State going 10-2 and losing to LSU and Clemson, but winning the ACC. But now they got a chance, man. They literally got a chance to make the playoffs. And it's crazy to say, but we don't know. Because they still, I'm gonna just say, first I'm just going to see my playoffs. At 1, I got Georgia. I think we beat Alabama in the SEC championship game. Because Alabama, I think we're gonna get revenge from the 2018 SEC championship. Where we had them beat, or 2017-18 championship. Where we had them beat, but they ain't got no quarterback. They ain't got no backup quarterback to come in and save the day. So I think we beat Jalen Miro in Atlanta, finally. And Alabama out the playoffs. So I'm going to say number 1, Georgia. Number 2, Ohio State. Number 3, Florida State. It's crazy to say. In that 4th spot, I'm going to say Penn State. And usually I usually say I was going to stop hyping up Penn State until they show me. And I don't think Penn State is that good. They playing solid. But I just think they beat Michigan at home. Because, like I said, I already told y'all, J.J. McCarthy not that good a quarterback to me. He's just not. I don't know. Maybe if we never played Michigan in 2021, all the Michigan fans were talking junk and all that. But even at the film, J.J. McCarthy, when you watched Ohio State game last year, Ohio State literally gave him easy throws. They literally gave him easy throws. Most of the throws was missed tackles for Yak and wide open, play action throws I can make, And they made him look good. But TCU, when you say you get up in his face, when you actually guard Robinson, he got to make throws, he gonna throw 2 or 3 interceptions. That's just what it is. I ain't even going off the Bowling Green game because it was some plays that weren't really on him. I'm just going in general off film. When you actually get up in a wide receiver's face and make J.J. McCarthy think, he gonna give you at least 2 interceptions. Yes, he could run. It makes it a little better when he could run and take off for a 15, 20-yard gain that Cade Macaroni couldn't do. But I just think that Penn State finally beats Michigan. They got Kalen King and all these other good players. Abdul Carter, whatever his name is. And Dominion Chop Robinson. And they had home. I just think, they beat Michigan, right? And I'm saying this because now, if Ohio State lost to Notre Dame, I wouldn't have Notre Dame. I wouldn't have Ohio State in the playoffs. But they got they slayed the dragon. So now they 1 win closer. Now they got leeway. So they can lose to Penn State or Michigan and still make playoffs. Unless, because, and I know y'all saying Texas. It just, Texas is good. But, hey, they might lose to Kansas this week. I'm trying to make a video because I want to talk about Georgia right after this. I ain't made no videos about Georgia yet. during the season. But I got a lot to talk about Georgia. So I'm trying to keep, it's 5 minutes now. I'm trying to make it 10. You know what I'm saying? But I probably ain't gonna do it. So I'm talking about Texas right now. Texas, I just think Texas is gonna Texas. You know what I'm saying? I really like Penn State too. But look at they got Michigan home. You know what I'm saying? And Drew Aller, he's solid quarterback. You know what I'm saying? He way better than Sean Clifford than me. I mean, it is what it is. But and J.J. McCarthy, like I say, he gonna most likely struggle that game. He gonna throw 2 interceptions and Michigan gonna lose. And then they gonna probably lose to Ohio State. I don't see Ohio State losing 3 times in a row to Michigan. You know, even though it's at Michigan, I just think Ohio State, you know what I'm saying, beats Michigan this time. You know, and then J.J. McCarthy come back a senior. You know what I'm saying? Because he can't come out this year. There's too many quarterbacks ahead of him in the draft. It's what it is. You know, he not, like I said, he's not that good of a quarterback when he actually got to make NFL throws. Now, if you give him a window, he gonna make you pay. I mean, he gonna throw it down. I ain't gonna hold him from him. If you give him 2 or 3 yards of separation, 3 or 4 yards of separation, you know what I'm saying? Like most teams that allow him to score. Like I say, because a lot of his touchdowns be wide open. You know what I'm saying? Like play action, the tight end roll out, and he be trick play and all. You know what I'm saying? And it'll be wide open. It'll be a layup. Talented dude, but it just, you know, and when it's time for him to carry a team, when things is not going the team way, he's just not that quarterback to me. You know what I'm saying? Michigan fans, they argue all day. It is what it is. So that's why I ain't got Michigan making the playoffs. Even though they very well could. I don't say they can't. I just don't see it. It's my prediction. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I say, back to Texas, I don't see Texas running the table. And like I say, because it's hard. It's going to be like the Pac-12 video I was talking about. Because Oklahoma is not the same Oklahoma. Unless Dylan Gabriel get hurt, Oklahoma could very well beat Texas in the Red River Shootout. And then if they don't win in the Red River Shootout, they could very well knock Texas out the playoffs in the Big 12 championship. Because Texas is going to lose the game. I mean, they got, like I said, they got Kansas. And Kansas is solid with Jalen Daniels. You know what I'm saying? They solid team. Like, they got to play. They just can't, you know, be, okay, you know, we blowed out Baylor and all these Wyoming. No, you know what I'm saying? Because Jalen Daniels, he electric. You know what I'm saying? And then they're going to probably lose a game. Like I say, West Virginia, a solid team. You know what I'm saying? And all these other teams they got, you know, that's how Texas do. They normally lose one game, just like Oklahoma. Somehow, some way, they lose the teams they shouldn't be. But that's most college football teams, though. You know what I'm saying? Then, like I say, Oklahoma is a legit top 10 team, I think. You know what I'm saying? They defense playing some ball. And then their offense is making plays. Dylan Gabriel was making plays. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I ain't got Texas. I mean, they beat Alabama. But Alabama, as we seen, Alabama has no idea what they doing right now. But going into tea time was impressive. But as we seen the next week, like, they was basically stuck with, you know, they was basically scored 10 points versus USF. They have no idea what they doing. And like I say, Texas and Oklahoma known to lose a game in the regular season somehow. Then, with them having to play each other again in the Big 12 championship, that's what probably Texas don't make the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So, Texas is probably going to go 10-2 or 11-2 or 10-2, whatever, you know what I'm saying, or 11-2. Either way, they're not making the playoffs. And then, like I said, Penn State will split a game. I mean, they will probably lose to Ohio State and beat Michigan, or lose to Michigan but beat Ohio State. You know what I'm saying? Either way, they're going to beat them playoffs. Then they got Clemson. Like, only thing would not Florida State out playoffs is if Duke it actually upset them on their homecoming. And then Miami is actually, you know what I'm saying, a solid team with Tyler Van Dyke. But they go to Tallahassee and upset them. Or Florida Gators, somehow, some way, pull off the upset in the swamp. Those are the only 3 games I see them losing in the regular season. You know what I'm saying? The regular season. Because they got past Clemson and LSU without a loss. That was my only thing about Florida State. Can they get it done? And they did. You know what I'm saying? The kickers missed the game-winning field goal, basically. And Florida State had them on the ropes. Don't tease me like that. Just like Notre Dame. Don't tease me. Don't have me tuned in. You know what I'm saying? Locked in like I'm a fan of the team. And laughing and jumping around. Thinking they about to knock off Ohio State or Florida State. Because all these Florida State fans going crazy around here. Talking about they better than Georgia and they want Georgia and all this. You know what I'm saying? They going 15-0 and you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna make a video about Florida State after this too. It's gonna be a minute video. But unless Miami and Duke, them Duke boys, you know what I'm saying? And they don't got Louisville, I don't think. You know, cause Louisville looking good too. You know what I'm saying? But Duke, Miami, you know, and Florida Gators, the only teams that can really beat FSU right now. I mean, theoretically, you know what I'm saying, off talent. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you could lose a game, like they could have lost a game at Boston College or whatever. But I'm saying, like, straight up lose or beat Florida State, Miami, Duke, and Florida Gators. And then, of course, the ACC championship, where North Carolina makes it, or whoever. But it's just, man, Florida State, you know what I'm saying? They proved they point against me. You know what I'm saying? I had them going losing one of the two, the LSU or Clemson. And I was close to being right, man. Like I said, you can't tell me that Clemson shouldn't have won that game. But at the end of the day, like I say, as a Georgia fan, it don't matter. As long as that dub is on that column or whatever, on that record, that's all that matter. Because if it wasn't, I mean, Georgia would have a national championship versus Alabama. They would. It don't say a L, but they got cheated by the refs because Tyler Simmons was on sides. You know what I'm saying? It don't say they say a loss, and they keep on going and they say a dub on Alabama in the national championship. So Florida State, like I said, Georgia at 1, Ohio State at 2, Florida State at 3, and Penn State at 4. That's my playoff prediction as of right now, through week 4. But yeah, I'm going to make a video about Florida State real quick before I talk about Georgia.